It is a hot day here in St. Mary's for week one of the high school football season. Tonight it's the Sidney Yellow Jackets here to play the Rough Riders. It's next on TSC Touchdown Friday.
TSC can save you money.
How?
TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge bundle plan, only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
And welcome back here to Skip Bachman Stadium in St. Mary's. I am Todd Utrup. I am joined tonight by Paul Sadler. Paul, you are a regular here as our color analyst. I, though, am coming out of retirement, semi-retirement, because Mr. Dan Hearn was unavailable to make it tonight. He's slacking off right away in week one. Well, let's get right to the Minster Bank pregame show. Well, week one of the high school football season, historically, Paul, always features this matchup.
Yeah, these are two traditional rivals that have played week one all but 2 seasons since 1983. Both of them are coming off 6 and 4 seasons, have a lot of experience and playmakers returning on both sides. We're expecting a tremendous game, but you know, it wasn't too long ago how things have changed. 4 years ago, Sidney had a 20-game losing streak that they snapped on this field with an overtime win against St. Mary's. Then only 2 years ago, St. Mary's broke their school record 21-game losing streak with a school record 71-point outburst versus Sidney Yellow Jackets in Doug Fry's first game back. But all of that is forgotten as tonight is significant because both teams this year appear to be very, very good with expectations of competing for a championship in their league as well as a playoff appearance.
And the head coach for the Sidney Yellow Jackets, Adam Dunges, familiar face in these parts.
He is. He's entering his 6th year at the helm, and he is a St. Mary's grad who actually played for Doug Fry on this field. You know, this is a big game for him, and he had the Yellow Jackets steered to their first winning season last year since 2003, and they look to continue that momentum into this season. They returned 16 letter winners and 6 starters on each side of the ball. They're extremely athletic, explosive, and feature 4 to 5 players who might end up receiving college athletic scholarships. They averaged nearly 31 points a game last year, which is the 4th highest in the history of the school.
And speaking of players and going to the next level, their quarterback certainly fits the bill.
He certainly does. Number 9, Andre Gordon, only a sophomore at 6'1". He's an incredible athlete. He may be more known as a basketball standout as he is a tremendous prospect in that. But last year he took over for an injured Fiesel early in the season and put up good numbers. He is a dual threat athletic quarterback, actually finished 2nd team all GWAC North last year, was 2nd leading rusher on the team with 868 yards and 12 touchdowns running, threw for over 1,300 yards passing and 10 touchdowns. Along with running back Isaiah Bowser, they are both threats to break the big play at any time.
And looking at the St. Mary's Rough Riders, Coach Fry obviously had them starting off great last year until they hit a few speed bumps. How are things shaping up this year?
Yeah, they started out 5-0 last year, but unfortunately dropped 4 out of their last 5 to just miss out on the playoffs. But Coach Doug Fry, in his 3rd season in his return, features the most veteran team he's had with 22 returning lettermen. Out of the 22 starters on offense and defense, 16 of them are returning. Many of these seniors have been playing varsity since their sophomore year, and they feel that this is their year to return the Rough Riders back to the top of the WBL and make the playoffs for the first time since 2008.
And individually wise, who's the player to watch for the Rough Riders?
Well, there's several to choose from, but we're going to go with two-way starter number 7, senior Eric Spicer. He's one of those seniors that's played all 3 years. He's actually probably going to be a 4-year letterman, and he's a big play threat on both sides of the ball. Last year, he was first team All-WBL at running back, finishing the second in all-purpose yards and fourth in rushing, averaging over 120 yards a game on the ground. He was also St. Mary's leading receiver, and 2 years ago as a sophomore against Sidney, ran for 308 yards.
And now let's take a moment here to look at the keys to the game. And first, we will take a look at the keys for the visiting Sidney Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, number one could have been all three of them to stop the vaunted running attack of the St. Mary's Rough Riders. The number two, they need to rack up the points. Last year, they averaged nearly 31 points a game, which, as mentioned, was the fourth most in school history. And the third one is 4 quarters. They need to play all 4 quarters. Last year, they scored 21 points in the first quarter against this Rough Rider team, but then was held to only 7 points the remainder of the game.
And then let's take a look for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. What are their keys tonight?
Well, Doug Fry told me that he needs to control the big play from this high-powered Sidney offense, and then just as always, they want to control the clock offensively by really grinding it out with their strong running game, and then finally win special teams.
Okay, well, that will wrap up the Minster Bank pregame show. We'll take a short break, and we will be right back with the kickoff momentarily.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telscirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telscirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Ready to get it on here at St. Mary's Skip Bachman Stadium as the Sidney Yellow Jackets and the Rough Riders are getting ready to take the field. Paul, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited football's back.
I'm very excited, and it's going to turn out to be a beautiful night. It was really hot before, but the sun just went behind the clouds. So now it's more of a balmy 85 as opposed to a scorching 85. But we are really excited for 2 really good teams going at it right here. And the Rough Riders are going to look like they're going to receive the ball after Sidney deferred on the coin toss.
There's no doubt about that heat tonight. It definitely has been a scorcher all day. We had several electronic items today that overheated during setup. We had to put them in the air conditioning for a while. But like you said, it's now behind. The sun is now behind the clouds, so it should be a nice, slightly cooler evening now.
And one of our players to watch, Eric Spicer, deep to be able to receive the kickoff.
Jalen Hudgens doing the kickoff duties here tonight for the Yellow Jackets.
Only a freshman making his debut here under the lights.
And it will be Spicer. He will field it at about the 2. Oh, he's got a hole. He's on the right side, across the 40,
flag
50.
down.
Flag is down. He's going to be dropped at about the 35. We'll see what the flag is all about.
And the flag is all the way down at the 18. Or it might have been just a sideline warning, unless we'll kind of see. Maybe it's just waving back the Rough Riders there with the initial response.
Come on, Moser, get in the game! They are going to, looks like, bring it back.
And Coach Doug Fry getting an explanation, and that negates a tremendous start off of that wedge middle return for the Rough Riders, and now they're going to be pinned deep.
It was a nice return. It was going to be a great start to the season. We'll run through the starters here quickly. Number 14 for the St. Mary's Rough Riders, Dustin Howe is your quarterback.
Yeah, he's a third-year starter for the Rough Riders and Coach Doug Fry, and they're going to look for him leadership with running the ship.
So the Rough Riders will start at their own 9 as Howe is getting them set in the huddle.
So in essence, an over 50-yard penalty.
Yes. Going to be handoff to Fisher. He's going to get about 6, maybe 5, I guess, depending on the spot. And now the offensive line, Paul, fill us in on the starters for
again,
St. Mary's.
a very veteran group, 7 returning starters overall offensively, 3 on the offensive line, led by Jonathan Peterson at center, who was WBL honorable mention last year.
So 2nd down and 5 officially. It's going to be handoff to Fisher again. This time he heads to the left side. He's going to get just about, looks like 3, maybe 4.
And we mentioned that Eric Spicer was the player to watch, but Julius Fisher is going to get a lot of touches offensively. He's a two-way standout. Played primarily defense last year, started to play more offense last year towards the end of the season. This year, looking to play a lot both ways.
So 3rd down and 2 for the Rough Riders. Spicer and Fisher are in the backfield. And it looks like it's going to be Fisher to the left side. He has the 1st down out across the 20. It looks like he gets to the 24.
Now, the Sidney defense is returning 6 starters, 5 of them seniors. They are led on the defensive line by number 51, Javon Perk, who was 2nd team all GWalk North last year, a 6'3", 210-pound senior.
Rough Riders make a couple substitutions like usual to bring the play in. Howe up under center. Now we're going to have a whistle, and I believe it's a timeout taken by the Rough Riders. So we will take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back here on TSC Touchdown Friday.
Hello?
Call dropped?
Hello?
No more minutes? Lost your phone? Don't worry. Telephone service from TSC is always crystal clear. Never runs out of minutes. Never has a dead battery. And most importantly, in an emergency, it displays your address for 911. Plus, TSC keeps you connected with free calling in our expanded calling area. Ask about telephone service from TSC today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
And we are back. It's 1st down play. Nice little run that time by Spicer across the 35.
And that's Spicer's first official touch offensively is good enough for 11 yards, it looks like, in a Rough Rider 1st down, their 2nd one of this drive. Talking just a little bit more about the Sidney defense. We already mentioned Perk, but also that's going to be out there, and there's a little bit of a doubt because of injury status, but number 56, Devon Rogers, only a junior at 285, another one of those Division I athletes.
Here's Spicer to the left side. Oh, he's brought down. Looks like an arm tackle almost at about the 38.
Yeah, real nice play there by Isaiah Bowser. Not listed as a starter on a roster, but he is a starter on offense as their big-time running back. But, you know, both teams have such good players that it's tough to just keep them 2 platooned.
Fisher will bring the play in. They have it officially as 2nd down and 7 here. It's going to be Fisher up the middle. He's got a nice little gain. He's going to have the 1st down. He's out to the 48.
And Kelton Stockton there with the tackle on Fisher with the quick hitting trap. right up the middle, opened up really, really wide, and Fisher didn't see any type of traffic at all until he got to the third level of the Sidney defense. So, this is exactly what Doug Fry wants out of his Rough Rider team. They don't want anything that's flashy. They want to continue to move the chains and gain positive yards every play.
And they're doing that tonight. As here's another run by Fisher to the left side. He had a few blockers there, but looked like he kind of was caught from behind, so it'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that was Rogers showing his athleticism at 285 to be able to run Fisher down from behind to keep that from being a big play.
So the Riders now across midfield into the Yellow Jackets territory. There's a sweep to the left side.
Same play, but different runner that time. Shannon Fowler gets the quick pitch that time, some fresh legs, gets a little bit more distance for the Rough Riders on that play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Fowler, a 5'10" junior for the Rough Riders.
And the Rough Riders, while they don't have what you consider a ton of plays and ton of flash, they do change up their alignments. They've been unbalanced line those last couple plays. This time they're a full house backfield.
And right up the middle, Bo Kenning with the carry for the first down.
Yeah, and Kenning is going to be, a big key for this team. He was injured in week 1 last year off the opening kickoff. Tried to stick it out the first drive and ended up being out for the season. He is a very tough-minded youngster, only a junior, but 215 pounds. He is a load.
And I'm sure he's excited to get back on the field tonight after missing basically the entire season last year. Spicer with a dive up the middle. It's going to be dropped about the 32.
The Rough Riders have had a lot of success with the quick inside run with the fullback and wingback. Look for them to continue to try to exploit that by using their quickness as opposed to their size.
Another toss to the left side. Nice tackle, though, that time by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, that was Alec Gordon. He'll be a two-way player for the Yellow Jackets, too, a 6'3" senior and actually brother of the quarterback. But he made contact after only a couple-yard gain, but Spicer was able to move that for a little bit of a gain and a first down. And that is their 5th first down as this drive continues. Play 12.
Spicer's all the way out to the right side. Still just another run to Fisher. He's got a big hole. He's inside the 20 all the way down actually to the 12. Another first down for the Rough Riders. Paul, the Rough Riders tonight are just moving right down the field.
And again, that's exactly what they want to do. And as I mentioned, they don't do a lot of flash. That's still, the same play that they've been running. Only this time they split out Spicer, who you do need to pay attention to. And that created just a little bit more softness there on the edge.
14-yard gain that time. Up the middle, inside the 5, down at about the 2.
And Shannon Fowler, getting some good varsity experience right here. That's a great run by him. And now they are knocking on the door. And remember, this drive started at their own 9-yard line.
It's now 2nd down and 1. The ball is marked at the 3. Fisher, Koenig, and Spicer in the backfield. It's going to be Koenig's going to be down to the goal line. We'll see how they're going to call this.
Yeah, I
call
think
it just
it's
short.
A little short. They had a little bit of a mush on a straight dive that time for Koenig. He tried to use his big body, got a little bit of movement, but not quite enough to move it over.
So it will be first down and goal.
Wasn't enough for the first down. They are marking it inside the 1.
Howell with the snap is going to sneak it, and he's going to get in there. Let's wait for the official signal. Touchdown, Rough Riders.
So the Rough Riders strike first here in the 2016 season. Dustin Howe sneaks it in from just under 1 yard out, and that caps a tremendous 91-yard drive off 15 plays. And Coach Doug Fry and the Rough Rider faithful are ecstatic to the start of this game.
So Rough Riders up 6-0. They'll try to add on the extra point here to make it 7. Howell will be the holder, as we're going to have some flags thrown. It's going to be offsides, looks like. The official on our near side is calling for offsides, and that's what
and I tell you what,
that's what they are going to call.
You know, sometimes you might not even want to take this penalty because it just throws things off. You know, it's about a yard and a half penalty. It takes you out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Oh, but they are going to change it.
So
Look at
they
this,
are going
Paul.
to change it.
They're going to go for 2.
Nope, Coach Fry's waving them back
nope,
and wants them to
bring
stay
them
out
back.
there.
He had me fooled.
Yeah, well, you know, the players might have been the ones trying to decide that. But Gabe Vanover is the kicker, only a sophomore, was perfect last year, 21 for 21 before being injured right at the end of the season.
And the kick is up. And it is good. 7-0, the Rough Riders. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Kickoff return. The Rough Riders march down the field for the score. How about giving us a summary, Paul?
As mentioned, all on the ground, 15 plays, 91 yards, and they ate up 6 minutes and 9 seconds. So over half of the first quarter was the Rough Riders, and now we're going to see this dangerous Sidney offense.
It's Connor Beer with the return. He's going to be dropped just short of the 25. So now the starting quarterback for the Sidney Yellow Jackets, number 9.
Again, one of the better athletes in the state of Ohio, Andre Gordon, just a sophomore at 6'1", 176. Last year, after taking over the duties from Jack Fiesel, put up over 1,300 yards passing, 868 yards on the ground, a threat to break the big play at all times, and they're going to come out in a spread attack.
Paul, do you expect... Oh, it's a direct snap, not even to the quarterback. It's a direct snap to number 2, Isaiah Bowser.
Yeah, Isaiah Bowser is another big-time player for him. Had 910 yards rushing last year. He's been offered a scholarship by the University of Cincinnati. Last year had only 54 yards but a touchdown against St. Mary's. But again, only a junior himself.
Gordon back there by himself. This time he takes a snap. He's going to run for it. Gets a nice block from his teammate. It looks like he's dropped at the 39.
Yeah, big brother looking out for little brother right there. Alec Gordon, who is a big brother, 2 inches taller and about 40 pounds heavier. Really big target, and also one of the favorite targets, for Andre Gordon. Colin Beer, number 1, somebody else we have to look at as a receiver.
And the Rough Riders sniff this one out as Fisher and Gieske in the backfield that time to bring down the runner for a no gain or a short loss. Looks like a 2-yard loss possibly there.
Offensive line-wise, DeMont Rucker anchors this as center, and only one senior starter on this offensive line.
They have him kind of corralled in the backfield, but now he's going to throw it up, and he's going to be incomplete. The ball is dropped. Connor Beer, the intended recipient of that pass.
Yeah, Connor Beer, another favorite target of Andre Gordon, actually is also a threat out of that jet sweep. He actually had 461 yards rushing last year, which is more than what he had receiving.
So it'll be third down and 11 for the Yellow Jackets. See what Coach Dunges dials up here on his third down play. Beers, the runner, in motion. Gordon's going to look to throw. He's got a man wide open down the middle. That's number 7, Dillion King. He's going to score. 62-yard pass, but there is a flag down at the 40. So we're going to wait and let them sort it out. I believe it's going to come back.
Yep, and the signal is holding against Sidney, and that is a heartbreaker. A 3rd and long conversion for a touchdown on a beautiful seam route by Dillian King, one of the few seniors on the Sidney offense. A burner broke through the coverage of the Rough Riders, but it's going to be off or not.
He made a nice run down that seam, like you said, and it was a nice play, except for the hold. And you know, the Rough Riders, they were getting a lot of pressure. They had a lot of guys coming on that play, so it's not surprising to see that there was a hold on that. I don't know if our guys are able to run that back on the replay, but it's going to bring up an even longer 3rd down now. It's officially 3rd and 22.
Yeah, and that's disheartening for a team like that to have a big play, and now all of a sudden you're backed up inside your own 30.
Now the Rough Riders will drop as Gordon will scramble around until he can find something, but he's not able to get something initially, but then he gets a few and is brought down that time by Matt Patton.
Yeah, Matt Patton, I tell you what, you know, Gordon was moving around there just like you'd want to be able to do in a video game almost.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden he finally saw that little bit of daylight and he went for it, and if Matt Patton wouldn't have got that, the Yellow Jackets might have found a way to move the chains.
So instead it'll be 4th down.
And Jack Fiesel in to punt for the Yellow Jackets, also as a quarterback.
And fair catch is called by Spicer, and he will catch it at about the 36-yard line.
So bullet dodged by the Rough Rider defense, but they did get the stop when necessary, and we did get a glimpse of how difficult it's going to be to kind of corral this Yellow Jacket team, because they will make plays off schedule that don't go to plan and find ways to be able to hurt you. You know, conversely, the Rough Riders are going to stay on schedule. They're going to continue to run their stuff, and it's going to be the challenge of this Yellow Jacket defense to try to find a way to slow them down and try to force a negative play.
Spicer with the ball, and he's dropped a couple yards into the backfield. Now, obviously, this St. Mary's rushing attack is very skilled, very methodic how they march down the field. So when you are Sidney or St. Mary's opponent, is there a factor of it takes a little bit of time as the game gets into it to get the feel for the plays and what's all happening?
Well, you really, against a wing T team that's this disciplined, you have to be disciplined yourself. Because if you go out of your gap at any time and your responsibility, they're going to exploit that. The other thing that you can try to do, and they were able to do it there on that 1st down, is get penetration. Because penetration, when you're pulling all the guards, it throws off the timing and makes it tough to be able to execute. And now they're kind of behind schedule a little bit. Instead of the 3rd and 1 and 2, they got 3rd and 6. Still, running down probably for this offense. And, Doug Fry, if he gets a 4th and short, is not shy about going for it either.
Right.
But still, that's what they need to do. They need to try to force this team into a 3rd and long, because that's not where they want to be.
He's going to drop back the pass. It's going to be a screen to Spicer. He catches it. He's across the 40, and he's going to get the 1st down, I believe. They're going to mark him at the 47.
So first pass played on the season for the Rough Riders, just enough to be able to move the chains, running the screen to last year's leading receiver, Eric Spicer. And he was able to break through a little arm tackle there by Bowser, and if he didn't get that, it would have been 4th and long.
Spicer up the middle on the dive. He breaks one tackle. Now he fumbles the ball. It's on the ground, and it's recovered by the Yellow Jackets. I did not see who hit him. He kind of did a spin move and got hit in the process as he was spinning, and the ball gets knocked out.
Yeah, first turnover of the year benefits the Yellow Jackets, but you're right. They've had a lot of success running in the interior, and Spicer with the spin move must not have seen that defender coming. We'll go ahead and see this in replay quickly. Maybe we can see who knocks it out. Well, maybe we'll come back to it a little bit later, but here's back to live action.
Gordon looks to run it. He runs it up the middle, puts a spin move of his own, He's dropped by several Rough Riders at the 40, but not before he gains about 8 on the play.
Yeah, called quarterback run right there. Had the running back working as a lead blocker on that play.
You know, this offense, they spread it out. And when you have the running threat of Gordon, it makes it tough to defend. As there was a little mix-up, and he's dropped in the backfield that time by Austin Gieske.
Yeah, a lot of penetration right there, and Patton's not going to get credit for the tackle, but it's his penetration that threw off that entire play, and then Austin Gieske was able to clean it up. So that 2nd and short now becomes a 3rd and 7.
It's going to be handoff to Isaiah Bowser. He's going to get the first down and more. He's across the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
So no flags this time. Sidney with their 2nd really big play. This one's going to count and stay up on the board. Bowser showing how explosive he can be with a little hesitation move about 3 yards in was just enough to be able to get him that burst of speed to the outside, and the Yellow Jackets are on the board.
Here's a look at it again on the replay.
Here you can see just that cut just to the inside, makes some players miss, and now it's just all speed.
Now here's the kick by, well, we're going to have a flag. That's number 86.
Haley Truesdale.
Haley Truesdale. And yes, that is a female place kicker for the Yellow Jackets.
And another freshman, so, you know, Sidney is a very, very, even though they got experience, they're still really young in a lot of positions. You know, Bowser and Gordon, they're both underclassmen. Their kickers are only freshmen.
So now Haley's going to be put to the test here as this is marked back a few more yards. She gets her leg into this one. She's got the distance. Is it up and in? No. It's going to look like it was a wide left.
Yeah, wide left.
So 7-6 your score. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with TSC Touchdown Friday.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
The Wapakoneta Daily News, bringing you local news and more since 1905. With subscriptions starting at just 35 cents a day, the Wapakoneta Daily News is Wapak's source for timely local coverage of news, sports, classifieds, entertainment, and more. The Wapakoneta Daily News. Subscribe online today.
7-6 your score here in St. Mary's. Paul, give us the stats on that last drive.
Well, it was only after the key fumble, only a 48-yard drive on 3 plays, capped off by the 44-yard run there by Bowser.
The ball was picked up by number 10, Drew Jacobs, and they're saying he fumbled and that they come out with the ball, but we'll see how they mark it. The officials are not marking. Nobody saw it. They just see the player come out with the ball. That's a tough one if nobody saw that.
Well, maybe our camera would be able to see it, but they're talking about it.
And see, it looks like they're trying to figure out if anybody saw the ball come out.
And it was Jack.
And they are going to give it to Sidney.
Give it to him. So back-to-back turnovers by the Rough Riders.
Here's the replay.
And yeah, it was out.
Yep, it definitely was out. You could see he was looking for the ball. He did not have it. So another turnover for St. Mary's. And obviously turnovers is always on the mind of the coaching staff. You know, always want to limit turnovers. Not a good start for St. Mary's tonight with 2 right here in the first quarter.
No, so I mean, you can't be your own worst enemy, and you got to be able to have good ball security.
Gordon fakes the throw, then he hands it to Bowser, who tries to run to the left side. He's going to be stopped by Drew Jacobs this time, and looks like pretty much a no gain or a short loss.
Yeah, very slow developing play right there. They're trying to do the draw off the pump fake, almost like an old Statue of Liberty play.
You know, this is another play, though. It looked like there was just a little bit of either miscommunication or their timing was off between the players, where it just wasn't very smooth, and obviously that can be a factor of, you know, week one.
Yep, week one, you don't always see the cleanest football.
That ball is going to hit the ground incomplete, as we have some festivities there here on the near side, but no flags thrown. So it's third down, and they did mark that first play as a no gain, so it'll be third down and 10.
Yeah, but given the field position, probably 4 down territory here, so no panic. Plus Sidney looks like an explosive team where, you know what, not a big difference between 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 10 for them.
Again, it's a handoff to Bowser. He has the play this time, and he's going to break the tackle and score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Well-designed play right there. You know, what I like about that play is they put Devon Rogers, their big tackle, on the second level to seal the linebacker. Now you got Bowser having to be one-on-one with the cornerback, and Bowser was able to win that battle. A 27-yard touchdown.
Here's another look at the touchdown.
As we see that on the replay, however, we did miss the extra point, which was missed.
Yes, it was wide left again. So your score is now 12-7. Sidney is on top. We'll be right back after this break.
TSC can save you money.
How?
TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge bundle plan only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, pop money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Just a few seconds left here in the first quarter. The Yellow Jackets will kick off. Paul, real quick, the stats on that last scoring summary, or scoring drive, excuse me.
Well, really just the one play. It's officially 3 plays for 27 yards, but it was a 27-yard run, his second touchdown by Isaiah Bowser.
Howell will bring this one back, and he has a hole. He's going to get across to the left side. He has some room. Can he make it to the side and beat the last defender? No, he's going to be dropped, pushed out of bounds. They're going to mark it, I believe, at the 24. Nice return that time by Howell.
And I tell you what, that's the last play of the first quarter, but what an exciting first quarter of football here to start the 2016 season.
So that will wrap up the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching TSC Touchdown Friday.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
And welcome back to Skip Bachman Stadium. 12-7 the score, Sidney on top. Paul, we talked a little bit before the broadcast tonight that you had indicated that you thought this was going to be a really good game, and so far it's shaping up to be that.
It certainly has, and unfortunately mistakes for the Rough Riders has set up 2 touchdowns for Sidney, where they scored 12 points in 51 seconds. But they're off to a good start there with Howe with a 65-yard return on that kickoff.
Hands it off. I believe that was Fisher. I'll see as they clear the punt. No, it was not Fisher. That was Shannon Fowler, who's dropped pretty much right away at the line of scrimmage.
And that was Rogers, who's making his force felt in this football game, and they're going to have to find an answer to be able to get a body on him. And it's going to be tough. He's 285 pounds and athletic.
So if he's going to anchor the middle of that line, what are your options?
Well,
in the St. Mary's offense?
What they've been pretty good at is hitting the gap opposite him, because he's usually shooting a gap, and if they've gone the other way, they've had success. That time they got a little bumped up and slowed it down, and credit the Yellow Jacket defense. Now they've set up that 3rd and very long.
It looks like these last couple plays, the Yellow Jackets have been able to get some congestion there at the line and not allow any holes to develop.
That first drive, we didn't see any of that at all. So, some adjustments going on both ways. But, field position-wise, Doug Fry still got to feel pretty good about maybe putting some points on the board. And they are 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversion so far this game.
Howell under center. Going to roll to his left. He's looking to throw. He's got a man, and the ball is caught, but it's going to be, I believe, short of the first down. We'll see.
Yeah, that's Wyatt Barhorst, Jr. with the diving catch. He's going to be just short.
It's like a yard short, maybe?
Yeah, just about a yard short. But Howell with a nice job right there, kind of just stopping in his tracks and finding, his target to bring up this very manageable 4th down.
And obviously, Coach Fry is going to go for it here in this situation with his offense. They're going to run it. Spicer to the right. He makes a little contact with his own man in the backfield, and then he's going to get to the 15. Looks like they're going to they are going to give him the first down.
Yeah, he got just enough. He probably got about a yard and a half on that, maybe 2 full yards, but still they're starting to get a little bit more penetration on some of those plays. So the offensive line for the Rough Riders are going to need to be able to kind of continue to fire out and win that battle in the trenches.
Going to be a little misdirection. Spicer's going to get just a real small gain up the middle.
Yeah, that wing-back trap that is usually kind of a big hitter for the Rough Riders, but what Sidney was able to do is get some penetration upfield and force him to cut back a lot earlier than he necessarily want to, and that allowed the linebacker on the backside to be able to make the play.
As they continue to stuff all these runs up the middle, does it get to a point where you need to do a little bit more misdirection or do some more bootlegs to open it up? Oh, and he's dropped by Isaiah Bowser. That's going to be a loss of a couple yards. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Chandler Gray right there didn't get the best opportunity of his first touch of the season. But sorry to go back to your answer. Coach Fry's got some tricks in the bag, but for the most part, he depends on his team to execute. And he kind of figures that if you execute and do your job, we can kind of block anybody. Now, they'll still find some adjustments, and that's one of the things that they'll do, and they're talking about in the box and on the phones.
Fisher, small gain, will bring up 4th down.
But I tell you what, that was a nice tackle there by Ethan Carlson. If he did not make that tackle, the Rough Riders would have took the lead. So this is going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down and 9.
They've already converted a 4th down on this possession. However, that was a 4th and 1. This is going to be, as you mentioned, a 4th and 9.
Ball is marked at the 13. And I believe they're going to call a timeout. So, yes, St. Mary's will call timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. And we'll be back for the 4th down play here in the 2nd quarter. You're watching TSC Touchdown Friday.
Hello?
Call dropped?
Hello?
No more minutes? Lost your phone? Don't worry, telephone service from TSC is always crystal clear, never runs out of minutes, never has a dead battery, and most importantly, in an emergency, it displays your address for 911. Plus, TSC keeps you connected with free calling in our expanded calling area. Ask about telephone service from TSC today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
It'll be 4th down and 9 from the 13 for the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
And the Rough Riders started off the game with 91 yards on 15 rushes, but on their last 9 rushes, they only have 9 total yards, Todd.
Not the direction you want to be heading with your running game. We'll see if they can get it turned around here. Obviously a long gain to go here. He's going to throw. Spicer's back over there, and he's not able to catch the ball. Not a bad play and fairly well thrown, but just a tough play as 2 defenders were coming up on him.
Yeah, Darren Torborn, only a freshman for Sidney, was closing in. Maybe a little bit of air on that, but still a well-designed, well-thought-out play. So the Rough Riders, despite that large kickoff return by Hal to start off with, come up empty.
So the Yellow Jackets will take over. They have scored on their last 2 possessions that came off of Rough Rider turnovers. This time they turn it over on downs. Yellow Jackets have the ball at the 13, and they again come out in that spread offense. Gordon in the backfield and Bowser to his right. As now we have a
lineman Rogers getting on the field. So, but Sidney, even though they've been in the spread, their play selection, have been 9 runs compared to only 2 passes, and they have yet to complete a pass.
This is Bowser to the left side. He's going to be stopped, possibly for a short loss.
Yeah,
certainly not much of a gain.
Patton once again getting into the backfield and causing some problems. Patton, this is third returning starter, going to be a 3rd-year letterman, has kind of been back and forth between the lineman, defensive end, and linebacker, and causing all kinds of problems.
It's going to be thrown out to the right side this time. Connor Beer, he's going to break through a little bit of a gap, get out across the 20. It's going to bring up 3rd down. He's going to be short.
And Beer, a veteran player for the Yellow Jackets, as a senior and a 3-year letterman himself, brings up a 3rd and 1 with that catch, the first catch of the evening for the Yellow Jackets.
Again, Isaiah Bowser will be in the backfield behind Gordon. Look for a handoff to Bowser. And there, he's going to keep it. Now he looks to throw. He's got nothing. Now he's going to try to scramble. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to lob it up. He's going to get it across to Connor Beer. Can Fisher catch him? No. Connor Beer all the way down the left side. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And I tell you what, you're going to see that as a highlight. That was unbelievable. Individual athletic play by Andre Gordon. Grant Keith, one of the better tacklers on the St. Mary's team, had him dead to rights in the backfield, but he just kept moving, as we're going to see on this replay. Read option, play action. Keith right there, but he's able to get away. He tells his teammate, just, hey, go deep, going off schedule, and then Connor Beer goes the entire way. And I'm sorry, AJ, how long was that? 77 yards for the touchdown.
And the kick is up, and this one is through for the extra point by Haley Truesdale. So we are now at 19-7. Sidney is on top. We'll take a short break as the Rough Riders try to regroup. You're watching TSC Touchdown Friday.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
The Sidney Yellow Jackets, 3 quick scores. Another quick scoring drive, Paul, by the Yellow Jackets. And again, another drive of just a couple plays.
Yeah, 3 plays, 87 yards. Again, as mentioned, 77-yard touchdown pass for Connor Beer from Andre Gordon. Get this, Todd. Their scoring drives have been 1 minute 4 seconds, 30 seconds, and 1 minute 15.
Wow, that's some quick strike potential there. The Rough Riders defense needs to regroup a little bit there to clamp down on that.
And the first key to the game that Doug Fry gave us for the Rough Riders, control the big play, but you know, this is that athleticism. You just can't simulate that in practice.
No, certainly not. Here's the kick. It's going to take a couple bounces, and Jacob's going to pick it up this time to the right side. He's got a gap. He's got some blockers out in front. His own guys kind of slow him down, and he gets caught from behind. But another great kick return by the Rough Riders.
Yeah, the third one that we've seen, touchdown saving tackle there by Eric Rudiger. And great field position for the Rough Riders again. Last time they weren't able to capitalize. We'll see if they are able to. I gave that stat earlier about how effective their running game was early, as we see a replay right here. A 53-yard kickoff return there by Drew Jacobs. And, you know, are they going to be able to get back to be able to move the ball consistently?
Well, the Rough Rider defense needs some help from their offense to give them a little bit of a breather here. A couple yards gained on that play. Julius Fisher, the ball carrier for the Rough Riders.
And Carlson, once again there, able to make the play when if he didn't make the play, it would go for large yardage. So, you know, Sidney really improving their run defense. However, Coach Fry will definitely take 6 yards of first down.
Absolutely. Fisher and Spicer in the backfield. It's going to be Spicer. He's got a blocker. Now he needs to cut it back. He does. All the way back. He's got Howell out there to block. He's inside the 10 to the 5 and pushed out at the 3, it looks like. Nice play that time by Spicer to bring it back.
Yeah, Eric Spicer kind of showing, he's like, you know what, I'm a pretty good athlete myself, and if you're going to force me to cut back, I'm going to go off schedule a little bit and be able to make the really big play, and the Rough Riders are knocking on the door. As you can see, this play is meant to go outside, and if it cuts back, it's supposed to cut back off tackle, but in this case, he cuts back all the way on the other side of the field. Sidney over pursues, and he goes all the way down for a 23-yard gain to the 4-yard line.
So 1st and goal at the 4. It's going to be a dive up just off the right side by Bo Keening.
But you know what? Rogers, the nose guard for Sidney, had a lot of penetration, but what Peterson was able to do at the center position was just shield him enough so that Cannon could be able to go off his butt and be able to get good yardage.
Looks like another quarterback sneak up the middle. We'll see if they give it to him. They do. Touchdown, Rough Riders.
So the Rough Riders strike back after 3 straight scores by Sidney, and they are back within 1 score on the second touchdown run on the quarterback sneak for Howe on the evening. Quick little replay right there. Notice that he just tries to find a little gap right there, this time going to the A gap on the right-hand side to push it in for the touchdown.
Here's the extra point attempt. Good hold. Ball is up and through. 19-14. Rough Riders now trail by 5. 5:25 left here in the second quarter. We'll take a short break here on Game Face Ohio.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
The Wapakoneta Daily News, bringing you local news and more since 1905. With subscriptions starting at just 35 cents a day, the Wapakoneta Daily News is Wapak's source for timely local coverage of news, sports, classifieds, entertainment, and more. The Wapakoneta Daily News. Subscribe online today.
And the Rough Riders get a score to bring it within 5. 19-14. Paul, that was just what the Rough Riders needed.
It was, and again, it was set up by good special teams with a 53-yard kickoff return by Drew Jacobs. The third different Rough Rider have a good return. House sticks it in on a 1-yard run after a short 4-play, 33-yard drive.
And Connor Beer is going to field it at about the 7. Makes a couple moves. He's got some room. He's out across the 30. He's going to be dropped at the 36.
And Connor Beer showing that I'm a pretty good returner, too. He's a 2-time GWalk North returner of the year.
Oh, wow. Did not know that. That's a nice little nugget there.
Yeah, dropping some knowledge.
5:17 left here in the second quarter. 19-14, Sidney on top.
You know, the strange thing here, you know, that's pretty decent field position, but you know the way that Sidney's offense is, field position isn't as important to them, because if they're going to bust the big play, it doesn't matter if it's a 30-yard run or 50-yard run. Once they get that distance, they're gone. So, you know, just kind of interesting dynamic between the two teams.
And now we have a whistle here as we're going to see what they're going to do. I think they're going to reset the clock. I don't think something was right there.
Yeah, it looks like Bowser didn't have his chin strap secured.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see if defensive coordinator Nick Yale has found a way to try to slow down this offense of the Yellow Jackets.
It's going to be a keeper. Gordon takes it to his right. He's got a nice block on Howe. It's going to be close to a first down. All depends on the spot.
Tell you what, really good blocking right there. Connor Beer caught the long touchdown pass on the last play. That time he had a very nice block there on the read option. And, you know, this is a really difficult tandem to run the read option with because, you know, both Gordon and Bowser are so athletic.
And this time he does give it to Bowser, and he takes it right up the middle and gets the first down.
And Giesecke able to make the play right there. Ordinarily a nice play defensively, but it's just enough to be able to move the chains for the Yellow Jackets.
You know, if the Rough Riders can get a stop here as we're winding down the second quarter, that can be some be huge for them for momentum-wise going into the break.
Well, just today, if they're able to go into the locker room saying, hey, we know how we can, we're capable of stopping them, would be huge.
And Gordon scrambling quite a ways and does find Bowser, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Gordon does it again.
That is the second just eye-popping highlight play. You know, defensive back-wise, you can cover for, 4, 5, 6 seconds, but you can't cover for nearly 10 seconds. Look at this replay. You almost think he's going to run, goes all the way to the left, comes all the way back. He runs back nearly 15, 18 yards behind the line of scrimmage and throws it up to Bowser. Just unbelievable. I mean, that puts so much pressure on your defensive backs to be able to try to cover for that long.
Truesdale with the point after attempt again, and this time she drills it. She's now 2 for 4 on the evening. 25-14, the Sidney Yellow Jackets are taking it to the Rough Riders. We'll be right back.
TSC can save you money.
How?
TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. Emerge bundle plan only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, pop money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back to Skip Bachman Stadium, where the Sidney Yellow Jackets are on top 26-14. And Paul, I think I have it figured out. I think what the Rough Riders need to do is just be very aware on the third play of every drive.
Is that what it is? Well, it was magic for them once again. This time, Bowser's the recipient on the 54-yard pass from Gordon. Just an amazing play 2 times in a row, as we see, a very well-earned drink there by Gordon on the sideline. But
is that the third score in a row, as they do now? A little squib kick, and looks like the Rough Riders have it. But that's the third score in a row with 3 plays, right? 3. Am I right on that? Last 3 drives.
All of them have been. It looks like, yeah.
Right. So they just have to really buckle down on the third play of every drive.
Yeah. And I tell you what, that was an interesting strategy just right there. They've been giving up long kickoff returns. You're still giving up really good field position, but it's better. It's worse field position
better
than they've been.
Yeah, it's a better result than what they've been getting off their kick coverage. We'll see if the Rough Riders can answer. Here's a toss over to Fisher as a flag is thrown, and it's probably in the area of a hold as Fisher keeps going to the right side and gets across the 45, inside the 45.
Yeah, unfortunately,
44.
That was a really tough-minded run right there by Fisher, but unfortunately it is going to come back. They're actually going to call a chop block.
So it will come back.
And you know what the Rough Riders need right here? They need to use up almost all this clock, put the ball in the end zone, go in at halftime, only down 1 score, and then just try to find a way to be able to bring Gordon down. I mean, and I'm not saying I have an answer because I don't think I do, but he's so athletic. When you got him dead to rights, I think you almost have to just run at him and try to tackle him, as opposed to try to kind of mirror him, because if you try to mirror him, he's going to get by you.
Right, absolutely. Maybe a chance to regroup at halftime, where the defense can talk a little bit more about how to cover those plays, and really I think they just have to rely more on their front 7 really to get out there, their line and their linebackers to prevent those runs, where the secondary has to hang back. Short run that time to the left side. Eddie Fowler with the carry. Shannon Fowler, sorry, not Eddie Fowler, Shannon Fowler.
So Fisher come back in for Fowler as well as Kenning. So clock running, but again, with a couple timeouts. So actually, I guess they only have 1 timeout left, and the clock stopping for first downs. The high school football, clock's still not much of a concern for the Rough Riders yet.
Here's a pass. Spicer's going down the middle, but instead he's going to try to hit his tight end Wyatt Barhorse, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, pretty good coverage there by Sidney. They dropped a lot of guys back into zone. Only had 2 real guys that looked in the pattern. You had Spicer going up the seam, and then Barhorse going to the outside. Would have been a tough completion one way or the other with a good coverage.
So 3rd and long for the Rough Riders, 3rd and 18.
Yeah, the Rough Riders, after converting their first 3 third downs, have not converted their last 2, as they're 3 and 5 on the game.
It's obviously a very tough challenge for the Rough Riders at that kind of distance. Howell regroups. The flag is down on the near side. We'll wait and see the call.
Yeah, a little bit of a high snap right there as they go to the shotgun for the first time. And we'll see, it looks like an illegal formation.
I'm sure they'll decline that.
Yeah, they'll decline that, and the Rough Riders looks like they're going to be forced to punt.
So now the Rough Riders will be forced to punt, and now you're hoping you can just keep it to a two-score game going into the break.
Well, it's an explosive offense, but depending on who they put back there, they're very capable of busting it. Looks like Dillian King is the one that they're going to put back there, and he's athletic himself. And Matt Patton is going to be the punter.
So Patton back to punt. Snap is clean. Here's the kick. It's going to take a bounce and a good roll for the Rough Riders. Breaking the first tackle, but getting stopped after that is Dillian King. So 3:06 left on the clock here in the second quarter.
And you're down 12 right now, but you've shown that you can score a little bit, but you've got to be able to slow these guys down. And There's no way that you want to go in, giving up yet another score to this offense. For your own, not just from a competitive standpoint, for your own psyche, you got to find a ways like, hey, we can stop this team. And you also got to think about, to start the second half, Sidney's going to start with the ball.
And it all starts with number 9, Andre Gordon.
Who is as advertised, only
is
a sophomore.
He's playing very well tonight, creating some space there and buying time. This time he's going to hand it off to Bowser. He's going to get a nice little gain out to the 40. Be second down and a couple. Rough Riders need a stop.
They need a stop or a turnover. Turnover would be big for the momentum if they could somehow be able to get the Yellow Jackets to cough one up.
Bowser back in the backfield with Gordon. Gordon looks to throw. He's got a man on the left side. Jacobs is there. And he catches it. It's intercepted. Drew Jacobs with the interception. You said they needed a turnover.
I was just calling for it. Hutchins had one-on-one coverage on Drew Jacobs. And in fact, there's a little bit of contact, which is probably a good no call both ways, because I really think that there's a little bit of a push off there by Hutchins.
We'll see if we get a good look at it here on the replay as the ball is now in the air.
But made a tremendous play on the football, and that's one way to get your stop. Now there's 2:35 left. You don't have the greatest field position, but most importantly, the ball is out of the Yellow Jackets' hands and it's in yours.
Seth Voorhees out wide to the right, the far side of your screen. It's going to be a handoff to Spicer. He's dropped immediately.
And that was Rogers right there, Devon Rogers. We've said his name so many times. I kind of watched him specifically on that play. For whatever reason, I don't know if he was reading it or not, but he just kind of stood there in the middle and didn't penetrate, and then saw that the play was coming back to him. So really good instincts there by the big guy.
Clock continues to run, coming up on 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Spicer again. It's going to get a decent gain on second down, but it'll bring up third and about 5. We'll see how they mark it.
A little bit more manageable on the third down. Coach Fry obviously would like to be a little bit closer, but they want to continue to possess this ball. So this is a key third down here in the second quarter.
Substitutions. Voorhees back in, Jacobs back in for the Rough Riders. Dustin Howell gets him set. Howell looks to throw. He's going to throw it deep. Spicer is out there. He tries to make the one-handed grab, but cannot reel it in.
That was actually a pretty good throw. Taborn was in pretty good coverage, and he put it the only place his receiver had a chance to be able to catch it.
So the Rough Riders will punt. Patton is back in there as we take another look at it here. We'll see if we can get a good look here from the end zone as Howell's rolling out.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too much there. He ran out of space on the sideline, but again, he put it where he needed to put it right there, and the Rough Riders unfortunately go 3 and out after the interception.
Good snap to Patton. He kind of bobbles it, but regroups. Gets a nice little kick. It goes way over the head. It's going to be a nice kick for the Rough Riders inside the 10, all the way down to the 6. AJ, how about a stat on that? That's a heck of a punt.
While he's calculating that up, I do want to point out that Patton last year averaged 38 yards a punt, among the league leaders there in the Western Buckeye League. but that one was 65 yards, which will bump that average up quite a bit.
Nice kick that time by Patton. So now we're at 1:03 left here in the second quarter. So now it's really just kind of defensively, just kind of make sure you don't give up that big play.
Well, it is interesting. Sidney, is up 2 scores with a minute to go. If they had better field position, they might be very aggressive. In this case, they might be a little bit less aggressive, but you never know what Coach Adam Dunges will dial up here. And he's definitely got to have trust in his quarterback to be able to make the smart play.
And he's going to keep it. He's going to run right up the middle. He needs to get free. He does a little spin move. And Jacobs is there to meet him as he comes out of the spin. But it is a first down, so the clock will stop. Chains will be moved. And they're hustling, so they're going for it here.
Well, that's the regular offense anyways, to get up on the ball and, to try to play tempo a little bit.
Bowser with the ball. He's going to do a couple spins, and he's stopped.
Giesecke was able to wrap him up.
As the clock continues to tick, now we're at 40 seconds left. So now we're almost to that point where they're going to let it run. I'm sure they'll try one more play and see what happens. Play clock at 20, so they need to run another play. Gordon will hand it off to Bowser. He runs to the right side, and he's going to be stopped at the 32. And the clock is going to be stopped momentarily here as they mark it and look at the spot. I don't know if they're going to take a measurement here. The officials are calling for their time, so they're moving the players out of the way so they can bring the chains out, I believe. We'll see what they do. So here come the chains. It's going to be, looks like, it's going to be close. It's going to be just short.
Which I realize that they need to do, but unless Coach Fry opts to use his final timeout, that's probably going to be just a formality here.
So they'll reset the ball out there at the hash. 12.1 seconds officially on the clock. 26-14, Yellow Jackets on top. Looking a little dark out there to the west. I've been checking the radar. Looks like there are some storms out there in Indiana coming our way, but I think it's still far enough away that we won't have any problems getting the game in tonight. But we shall see. So they're going to get the ball reset.
And the chains are all kind of messed up
and
right
now
here.
On the whistle, the clock starts, and we'll see if they're going to snap the ball at all or just let it run. I think they're going to just let it run out. And that is indeed what they are going to do. So that is the end of the second quarter. Sidney Yellow Jackets with some big plays go into the break up 26-14 over the Rough Riders. We'll be back in a few minutes with the Game Face Ohio halftime show. Stick around.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
And welcome back. We're at halftime here at Skip Bachman Stadium. The Yellow Jackets are up 26-14. We're working on some technical issues with the truck here at halftime, so it's going to be a real abbreviated halftime show or a very limited halftime show. Paul, tell us a little bit about some of the key contributors here in the first half.
Well, we're going to see some of these scoring plays. Right there was a 1-yard plunge there by Dustin Howell that capped the 91-yard, 15-play drive. And then off of a turnover, Isaiah Bowser scores first of his 2 touchdowns on a 44-yard touchdown run, missed extra point, made it 7-6. Another turnover here sets up this play, the 27-yard touchdown run, Bowser's second one on the ground with a broken tackle along the left-hand side, giving Sidney their first lead 12-7. Now, one of the 2 amazing plays right here, Gordon making magic in the backfield, playing on the playground, hits Connor Beer going deep for 77 yards to give a 19-7 lead for the Yellow Jackets. The Rough Riders do respond after a nice kick return by Drew Jacobs with a 1-yard touchdown plunge to close the gap to 19-14. And then once again, another play by Gordon, scrambling all the way to the left, going back, and then throws and hits Bowser for his 3rd touchdown of the game, first one on the reception. And again, incredible playmaking ability shown there by Sidney.
So we are now getting ready to start the 3rd quarter as the Rough Riders will be kicking off as the Yellow Jackets deferred after they won the opening coin toss.
And not only are you down 2 scores against an explosive offense, you have to kick off to them to start the second half. So the Rough Riders defense looks like they have their work cut out for them to a degree, and we'll see if Nick Yale's defense can answer the bell.
And there's the whistle, so here we go with the start of the 3rd quarter. St. Mary's will kick it deep, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds, so there goes the flag.
And you know what, though? With the tremendous kick returns we've seen on both sides, that might be the safest thing to do, Todd.
You're right. That definitely might be the best way to go. You can kick it down there out of bounds.
So, but Sidney offensively put up a lot of yards, 282 yards total. Where coming off the pass, 142 yards through the pass, but that's only through 3 completions. Gordon only 3 for 6 passing with an interception, but 2 touchdowns. Bowser has 96 yards on the ground rushing. So Sidney enjoying an advantage on the ground numbers-wise, 282 yards to 158 yards for the Rough Riders.
And, it was a great first half for the Yellow Jackets, putting up 26 points on the board. They averaged 30.9 points a game last season, which was 4th most in their school history.
And they very well may surpass that with this explosive offense. Just an impressive collection of, we're saying Gordon Bowser, but it's not just them. Plus they have a big offensive line.
Run up the middle, gets about 5.
Because this is a very veteran and good St. Mary's defense. They're giving up 26 points in the first half. I'd be surprised if they do that the rest of the year. Both of these teams, regardless of the outcome of this game, are going to win a lot of games.
Nice completion to the left side. Gordon to Gordon for the first down.
Yeah, first time he hits his brother. He had 22 receptions last year as he was 3rd on the team in receiving. And, the leading returning receiver, a big target out there.
St. Mary's just trying to stay alive, stay in this game, down 2 scores. Cannot afford to go down 3. Little penetration by the Rough Riders, but here's the ball tossed up wide open. Touchdown, Dillion King. Just when I say they should or don't want to give up another score to go down 3, it happens.
Yeah, and you see Howell and Jacobs talking right there. Obviously a busted coverage. And the other ones, why you don't like those other touchdown passes, they were at least off schedule. This one, you need to be able to kind of contain that a little bit more. But a 49-yard touchdown pass by Sidney as they strike with a 37-second drive to start this second half.
And the kick is up, and it is good.
So the Yellow Jackets waste no time. 33-14 your score. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Hello?
Call dropped?
Hello?
No more minutes? Lost your phone? Don't worry. Telephone service from TSC is always crystal clear. Never runs out of minutes. Never has a dead battery. And most importantly, in an emergency, it displays your address for 911. Plus, TSC keeps you connected with free calling in our expanded calling area. Ask about telephone service from TSC today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
Right there is your playmaker for the Sidney Yellow Jackets, Andre Gordon. Another long strike for the Yellow Jackets, and like I said earlier tonight, the third play of every drive is when they're scoring.
It's actually really remarkable. 5 touchdown drives, and all of them only 3 plays.
See, I solved this a long time ago. All they got to do is just really play good on that third play. As nice play that time by the Yellow Jackets was Cooper Collinsworth making the stop on the return.
Another underclassman, only a sophomore. This is a very experienced yet young Sidney team. They're an impressive unit so far, Todd.
Paul, there's still a lot of time left, a lot of football left in this game. But if it keeps going the way it's going, it's not going to end well for the Rough Riders. But what they're seeing tonight is a very dynamic offense, a very dynamic quarterback. Are they going to see are the Rough Riders going to see anybody like that?
No, they're going to have challenges.
Rest of the year.
They're going to have challenges in the Western Buckeye League, but not the challenges in terms of the athleticism and explosiveness that the Sidney team plays. From our experience, as we see Spicer hitting a big one.
And we haven't really seen a lot of Spicer tonight. I mean, they've been spreading the ball around, giving everybody some carries. But obviously, he's the big playmaker.
Yeah, he did have a couple big plays, including getting them down there to about the 4-yard line earlier. But to kind of go back to what I said as we watched the replay there, from our broadcast in the playoffs the last couple of years, Trotwood Madison is the only other team I can think of that really matched this team athletically.
Fisher with the dive. He'll get to the 10. The challenges that Gordon and the Yellow Jackets are presenting tonight obviously are shining bright. I mean, it's easy to see. Seems like time after time they're on that third play of every drive. It almost looks like the Rough Riders are going to get him in the backfield, but then he just throws it over the top of him. It's a dive up the middle.
Another flag down.
So we'll wait for the call here from.
Yep, another chop block. That's going to be the second one on them, and that's a biggie.
So they'll mark it back. 10:04 left here in the third quarter.
So, and things were going good there on this drive so far for the Rough Riders, but another one, and didn't really have a good vision of it, but it's pretty easy to speculate that they might be trying to take care of Rogers and trying to go down low on the big guy, and if someone is engaged up high, you can't go down low on him again. It's a player safety issue.
Sure. So that makes it 2nd down and 18 for St. Mary's. Nice little play to the right side. Nice move staying up on his feet.
So Chandler Gray actually hit that hole so hard, he actually ended up outrunning his pulling guard right there. Didn't catch the number on that. Actually, I think it was Tyler Miller.
So now it's just a 3rd and 5, a lot more manageable. after that nice gain on second down. Spicer comes back into the game. They're going to give it to Spicer. He's going to muscle forward. He's not going to get the first down. He's going to be short.
Yeah, just a straight power play right there, going to the full house T formation, double tight, and just running a straight dive with no lead blocker right there, trying to just win the battle up front. Was able to get, a couple yards right there, but it's going to be fourth and, maybe a good 2.
They're actually officially calling it 4 on the board. I think that's a little longer. I think it's more like 4th and 3, but Fisher to the left side. He's going to break the tackle. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, St. Mary's.
And that's the first rushing touchdown of the year for Julius Fisher, as he's able to cap that off on a big third down conversion. Didn't kind of catch that ball too cleanly around the left-hand side, but blocking was good enough, and he's a tough enough runner to find pay dirt for the Rough Riders.
So the Rough Riders cut into that deficit a little bit. Lining up now for the extra point. Gabe Vandiver again set for the try. Kick is up. We're waiting for the actual sign, and it is good. It did go through. It looked like it was heading to the left, but he sneaks it through. 33-21 your score. 8:42 left here in the third quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Face Ohio.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Nice score by Fisher as the Rough Riders now cut the deficit to 33-21 here in the third quarter. Defense needs a stop. St. Mary's needs to come up with the solution to Gordon.
Yeah, it's a sign of life, though, from the offense standpoint. The Rough Riders have put up over 200 yards rushing. That's 219 total for the game as the kickoff goes out of bounds once again. Julius Fisher with an 8-yard run that time that capped a 6-play, 63-yard drive. But, offensively, while you got some things that you could potentially work on, offense is doing okay. Defensively, need to find some sort of way to be able to stop this Yellow Jacket team. It looks like they're going to make it kick it again.
They are. So on those out-of-bounds kicks, the receiving team has the option.
Yeah, you have the option. I'm always under the camp. I usually like them to kick it again, personally. The ball at the 35-yard line, that's decent. But, if we got good returners, I'd rather back them up 5 more yards and try to see if we can kind of hit another big play.
Well, let me ask you this question. At what point, if they keep scoring, do you decide just to go for the onside kick every time?
Oh, we've seen that before from Sidney. Even kind of a squib kick that hopefully, they mishandle.
Good coverage that time by the Rough Riders.
Yep, and Gamble did not pay off for Sidney. They actually end up with a little bit worse field position with that. But, still, I think that's worth, if you think you got some playmakers, it's another extra chance to get the ball in their hands, and I think worth the shot.
I would agree. When you have to, as a special teamer, run down, cover a kick, even if you think it's going to go out of bounds, you're still running down there. So you have to reset and do it over again. It, can tire you out a little bit. Here's the handoff to Bowser. stops and cuts back. He's going to lose a couple. Good coverage that time by the Rough Riders.
Yeah, William Bam right there, unblocked, being able to make the play. We haven't seen a lot of that here recently.
Oh, Bowser is going to come up limping. He's going to come out.
No, and that would be a big-time change for them.
There he is. You see him on your screen limping off.
And it looks like number 22, Christian Townsend, a 5'6" sophomore, coming in as his replacement.
Still plenty of weapons out there on the field for the Yellow Jackets. One player is not going to make.
Well, still as long as number 9's out there with the ball in his hands to start.
I guess that's what I was trying to get to.
Right.
And this time he shoots over the head of his intended receiver, Connor Beer. So if I had the ability to magically make some music happen right now, would be that suspense. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes the third play of this drive.
That's true. To kind of point out that, Gordon's only 5 for 9 passing. Just 3 of them happen to be for really long touchdowns.
This is it. This is the play they have to stop. Oh, there's a false start. On the right side, number 50, I believe, is who they're going to get that on or call that on, Jay Clark.
Yeah, the only senior starter on that offensive line, Jay Clark, at right tackle. As I mentioned before, they start 4 sophomores and 3 juniors on this offense, where on the offensive line, 2 of them are sophomores, 2 of them are juniors.
So that'll make it 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. 5 receivers. Gordon looks to throw. He's got a man sprinting down the inside seam, and it's going to be knocked down by Eric Spicer. Great coverage that time by Spicer.
Yeah, looking for a Fiesel right there on the post pattern, and good recognition. Fiesel started to get a little half step behind him, but because he located the football, he was able to break up the pass, as we see here on the replay. Kind of keeping Gordon on schedule this time. Gordon seems to kind of excel on making plays, off of the regular format. When he's forced to, kind of do things on schedule, he hasn't been as effective.
So the Rough Riders get a stop on that play, and Spicer catches the punt. Looks like they're going to mark that at the 46 of St. Mary's. So St. Mary's gets a chance here to cut that lead some more. So that was a great showing that time by the defense.
Well, and a trend breaker right there with the 3 and out.
Yes, exactly.
First time they've stopped that offense in quite a long time. So, the Rough Riders defense can go to the sideline and say, you know what, it can be done. We can do it. And there's still a lot of time left here in this game. If the offense can continue to move the ball, put some points on the board, we could still have a fantastic finish here.
Fisher to the left. He's been very successful tonight. Spicer out in front to give him a block. He's down the left side. Nice gain for the first down. Julius Fisher.
And I tell you what, Julius Fisher with a tremendous job being able to evade, first of all, break through the leg tackle attempt there of Rogers, and then for Hudgens again, as we see right here, 56 had been kind of making that play begin with, and then Hudgens missed the play right there for the big play.
Spicer with it now. He's going to try to get to the outside. He's going to be brought down. Very minimal gain, just a yard or 2.
Tabor, we've said his name a couple times already tonight, only a freshman coming up and making that play, and we see 82 limping off on the sideline, and I have my pronunciation guide right there, so I know how to say his last name.
Pomdunzi.
Tabor Pomdunzi coming out. We hope he is okay.
It's Fisher right up the middle. He will get to the 28, maybe 27, depending on the spot.
And that's a quick trap that they had a lot of success in on that first drive. Haven't seen it as much lately, but again, if they've been able to attack the interior very quickly, they've had some success.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Big play for St. Mary's. They can keep this drive going and punch it in the end zone. We'll have a ball game on our hands again. And no dice.
Wow.
Bo Keening is stuffed at the line, maybe even lost a yard. It'll
I'll
be
tell you
4th
what,
down.
And no really, fault of his own, just an incredible amount of penetration at that time by Devon Rogers. Really defeated that play.
You know, it's easy to see tonight. Rogers is really a run stopper, stuffer, whatever you want to say. He's been doing a phenomenal job. It's easy to see how he's been offered to go to the next level.
So big fourth down right here. The Rough Riders are 2 for 3 on fourth downs for this game.
And they're going to take a timeout to talk it over. 5:36 left here in the third quarter. We will take a timeout as well. Sidney on top, 33-21.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
The Wapakoneta Daily News, bringing you local news and more since 1905. With subscriptions starting at just 35 cents a day, the Wapakoneta Daily News is Wapak's source for timely local coverage of news, sports, classifieds, entertainment, and more. The Wapakoneta Daily News. Subscribe online today.
And welcome back to Skip Bachman Stadium. We're in the third quarter, 5:36 left to go in the third quarter. Rain is getting close. We're optimistic that it can just keep the major storm and lightning away, and hopefully we can get a chance to finish this game. Here's a run, Spicer on the right side. He's going to be close. Depends on the spot. Again, this was fourth down. I think he has it, Paul.
You know what, and a lot of teams wouldn't go off tackle like that on a 4th down and 4, but the Rough Riders are not your ordinary team, and Spicer are able to dart just enough to be able to pick up that first down.
And another player limping off for Sidney, that's Dillian King. And now they're going to take a timeout to talk it over.
Yeah, and you see the really nice replay there in the truck where there looked like a lot of traffic there initially, but then Spicer just kind of pops out, as you can see just right there, to be able to pick up the first down yardage.
So they're getting set. There's a little bit of confusion there for Sidney as they had a player limping off and they're trying to get set. So good decision that time by Coach Dunges to take the timeout to get his team set, get his defense set.
Well, you know, for them, you know, a lot of people just like to hold the timeouts to the end of the game. But right now, you know, this is a key moment in the game. You're up 12 with the team maybe starting to seize a little bit of momentum. If you're able to kind of stop them here, you might potentially win the game here. So it's really important to call those timeouts. You see those for basketball more often, the timeouts to stop momentum. But every once in a while you see that here in football.
So first down for St. Mary's. Howell under center again. Little stop and go. Looks like it was a busted play.
Yeah, it looks like they missed the handoff right there. And as you mentioned, a busted play as DeMont Rucker made the play. Yet another underclassman, a junior.
So second down and 10 for the Rough Riders. Howell looks to throw. He's got a man and he gets broken up. Nice defensive play that time by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Kelton Stockton right there. Actually, great plays all around right there. Dustin Howell was looking for Seth Voorhees, but he had coverage over top, so he underthrew it just a little bit. Voorhees adjusted really well, so a great adjustment on the pass, great adjustment on the route, but then a great closing on coverage there by Stockton.
So that'll bring up third down and 10. Another third and long for the Rough Riders. Fisher is going to be stuffed right down the middle. Very small gain. It's going to bring up a big fourth down play. I can't imagine they would do anything other than go for this. And we have the coaching staff from Sidney down to our right, and we could already hear them warning the hook and ladder, So they're well aware that Coach Fry likes to throw that every once in a while.
Coach Fry, definitely has his bag of tricks, the lonesome polecat, and among other things. But most importantly, right there was the stop and the swarming to the football by the Sidney defense on that counter play.
So here we go, 4th down and 8. He's going to throw. Fisher has it, right side, and he's going to be initially stopped, but they're going to say he went out of bounds. And they will turn it over on downs to the Sidney Yellow Jackets, 33-21. Big stop for Sidney.
It was a big stop right there because Fisher was one-on-one with Rudger out there. We'll see this on the replay and maybe see if he does indeed step out of bounds. And unfortunately, we have a graphic covering that up, so I can't see it.
Right, a little tough for us up here in the booth to see that.
But you at home should be able to see that a lot clearer than we are. Whether Fisher looks like he would have got out of that tackle and would have picked up the first down.
Gordon rolling to his right. He's going to lob it over the first line there, and it's going to be incomplete. Another player coming up limping. That's Kelton Stockton. He's going to limp off.
Yeah, and we're starting to see some more people come off. Sometimes you see this in week 1 hot weather. Sometimes it's just a matter of cramps.
So 2nd down. Gordon in the gun. Now he's going to look to run. He's going to be hit immediately, but he spins out and still gains about 4 or 5 yards.
He's a tough man to bring down. So here's your vaunted 3rd play right here.
It is. 3rd down. Need to stop this play right here.
We should bring up that Bowser is back in the game at running back.
Gordon looks to throw. He's got a man out there, but just off the fingertips of Dillion King, who's also back in. So the Rough Riders defense holds yet again.
It is, and you know what, Gordon, hasn't been the most accurate of passers. He's 5 for 12 passing right now. And, something that he's probably going to need to continue to work on is his accuracy from the pocket.
So 4th down, Sidney will punt.
For the 2nd one in a row, and the coach is upset as they have to waste a timeout.
So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back after this short break. You're watching Game Face Ohio.
TSC can save you money.
How?
TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge bundle plan only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
And we're back. It's 4th down and 8. Sidney getting ready to punt. 2 Rough Riders back. Looks like Spicer and Jacobs, I believe, that are back. Short punt. It's going to take a nice little...
Pat might have got a piece of it. So good field position again for the Rough Riders. Still a lot to go in this ball game. You're playing at home. You got a team that's pretty veteran. If they could put another score on the board, get within a score, it could be interesting. So the Rough Riders take over with 3:07 left, just short of the 48-yard line here. We've seen a nice little battle here so far in the third quarter. And there's that quick hitting trap that they've had some success with there, that time going to Spicer. Going to be a gain of about 6 on the play, so nice gain there for the Rough Riders on first down.
Another dive up the middle. Looks like Fisher on the carry this time. I believe he's going to have the first down by a couple yards. So the Rough Riders move the chains.
Tell you what, Fisher has really excelled on is taking that first contact and then not going down. It is worth pointing out that Rogers doesn't appear to be in right now, and that could be making a big difference why they're able to run the ball.
And Paul, what may become a factor, you know, the Yellow Jackets have been able to get some big plays through the air. There is rain that is imminent. It is moving in. As we see another nice gain here by the Rough Riders across the 20, inside the 10, dropped at about the 7. That was number 39, Shannon Fowler.
And Shannon Fowler coming off the bench and contributing quite a bit with his biggest run of his Rough Rider career so far. And they are knocking at the door again, and the Rough Riders looking to get within a score.
So St. Mary's threatening here.
It's a 34-yard run there by Fowler. And the Rough Riders approaching the 300-yard barrier on the game.
And we have official
as AJ points out, the third play of the drive, but
it's pretty much the other way.
It's for the other team, but still, it's a big play.
It's been a big factor tonight, that's for sure. Referee gets it reset. Howell under center is first and goal.
There's that penetration.
Yeah, they stuffed that run.
Yeah, TJ Mealy, again, not much of a chance right there through no fault of his own, just trying to run a straight dive there in the A gap, and it was totally stuffed up that time by number 53, DeMont Rucker.
You know, that defensive line for the Yellow Jackets tonight has been doing a tremendous job.
Yeah, and it's mostly been Rogers when he's been in there.
Yeah.
The one person that I'm surprised we haven't called his name more is number 51, Javon Perk. He's another one of the standouts on the defensive line.
Spicer along the right side. He's going to break through. Touchdown, Rough Riders.
And the Rough Riders creeping back in.
33-27 the score now. St. Mary's will be going for the extra point. They're down 7 now, trying to cut it to 6.
And momentum starting to wear blue and gold right here for the Rough Riders, as still with time left in the third quarter, they are able to draw within 6 and potentially 5.
Hold was down, the kick is up, and that's right through. 33-28. 1:24 left in the third quarter. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. You're watching TSC Touchdown Friday.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
St. Mary's finding some answers here in the second half, Paul. Now down just 5 points with 1:24 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, they scored the last 2 touchdowns after Sidney had added a very early touchdown here in the third quarter, and we have ourselves a tremendous ball game just like we thought we would.
Nice kick down the middle. It's going to be taken by Connor Beer at about the 5. He's looking for some running room on the right side. Finds it for a little while, then he's going to be dropped at the 30.
Yeah, really good job just maintaining their lanes right there by the Rough Riders, not giving Connor Beer any type of gap. But Eric Spicer, with his first touchdown run of the year, a 7-yard run, capped a 5-play, 53-yard drive that only took 1:43. And we're having, just tremendous plays going back and forth. The Rough Riders defense has gotten 2 straight 3-and-outs against this Yellow Jacket offense.
Well, if they can get a third, they'll be in prime position here to keep battling and hopefully get back, take the lead as the first down play is stuffed at the line, bring up second down.
And look at all the blue jerseys right around that with Bowser not giving them any place to go, just firing off the ball. The Rough Riders appear to be playing with a little bit more pep in their step.
Isaiah Bauer in the backfield, but it's going to go to Connor Beer. He's got a little bit of room, and he's going to be hit, get about another yard, then stop. So it'll bring up third down, a big third down, and of course, the critical third play of this drive.
Nice little bubble screen right there to be able to get some positive yards. Nice high percentage pass, and also kind of playing off the tendency of the Rough Riders with running the blitz there from that side.
So here we go. He's going to hand it back to Bowser. He tries to break through the tackle. Cannot do it. He is stopped well short. It'll be fourth down and about 4.
And Patton right there again, along with Reed Aller. First time we've called his name. Another veteran coming back. We'll see what Sidney opts to do as the time's going to run out here in this third quarter, but we're in for a treat here for the fourth quarter, Todd.
We certainly are. So that's the end of your third quarter, 33-28. Sidney still on top. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter.
Hello?
Call dropped?
Hello?
No more minutes? Lost your phone? Don't worry. Telephone service from TSC is always crystal clear. Never runs out of minutes. Never has a dead battery. And most importantly, in an emergency, it displays your address for 911. Plus, TSC keeps you connected with free calling in our expanded calling area. Ask about telephone service from TSC today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
Five in your own territory. Coach Dunn just trying to kind of shake things up a little bit, but worst case scenario happens right there for Sidney. Now the Rough Riders down only 5 points. They hit the ball at the 22-yard line to start the fourth quarter.
We'll see if St. Mary's can take advantage. Right up the middle for about 5 to the 15. Wasn't able to see the ball carrier. We'll see. Looks like it was Fowler again.
And if he got to the 15, that's actually a gain of close to 7. The Rough Riders riding a wave of momentum. They've won the last 2 in this series against Sidney, but they have not been nearly as exciting as this one.
This one is getting intense. Coming up on 11 minutes to go. Ball carrier stuffed in the backfield, probably going to lose a yard.
Yeah, I said I didn't say his name earlier, but Javon Perk right there, a second team GWalk player from last year, 6'3", 210, making his presence felt right there.
Real small little loss on the play. So that'll bring up third down and 5.
And just importantly, Rogers is in the game as well. So, you got 2 really big guys there in the middle and on the Rough Rider left-hand side. So So I would run to the right.
And they do, and they're going to get about 4, so it's going to be short by about a yard. Koenig with the carry. So obviously the Riders will go for it here on 4th down, 4th and 1.
Yeah, no doubt. You have someone that's with Vandiver who can kick field goals, but at this point in the game, they'll get you within 2. It's much better here, in terms of just to try to pick up the first down and put 6 on the board.
And St. Mary's will get a chance to talk it over and really get on the same page because the officials have called for a measurement. I believe it's still going to be short. I don't think they have enough, but we'll see here when they.
But I tell you what, what I would be doing is I'd be dialing up, going behind that right-hand side with Joey Morlino at 220, and then their biggest offensive lineman, Garrett Louth, 295. And just as importantly, you're going away.
Oh, it is a first down.
Oh, wow.
Big call there.
Well,
I didn't think they had it.
I didn't think they had it either, but, the people that are important said they had it with the referees. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 just outside the 11-yard line.
So they can get another first down. But it's now 1st down. Howell under center. He's going to hand it off right up the middle. It's going to be just pretty much a no gain on the play.
Yeah, a lot of
Spicer.
penetration.
Yeah, they need to get a little further off that center gap. They're all over that.
Well, again, when Rogers is in there, he is just a monster. And, Peterson at center is a very, very good center, but, he's going to probably need some help, to try to contain that.
Toss to Fisher to the left side where they've been very successful tonight. They get down close, but short. I think they're going to be at about the 2.
Yeah, great job sealing the edge right there by the Rough Riders with the wing back and tight end.
So it will be 3rd down and 1, a long one.
And the Rough Riders down 19 just about 12 game minutes ago have a chance to potentially retake the lead. Unbelievable.
They're fighting in and touchdown St. Mary's. They take the lead. 34-33, St. Mary's on top.
Dustin Howe with his 3rd rushing touchdown, all on the quarterback sneak variety. And we have a classic one on our hands right now. And it looks like they are going to go for 2.
Which kind of makes sense. You're up 1 to go up 2. What good's that going to do you?
True, a lot of game left to play. I'm not sure it looks like that Sidney's really going to kick field goals too often.
That's true.
Just me personally, I'd rather kick the extra point and keep the pressure on them to continue to keep pace. But, either way, I think they're decent decisions.
Koenig on the left side. He's wide open, but there's a flag down right in the middle. And it looks like it could be another chop block situation. So, obviously that'll come back, and now they'll have to surely go for the 1. That is the call.
The tougher thing in high school football, you think that's an obvious thing, but when you have a 15-yard penalty, now all of a sudden distance is an issue.
Yes.
In terms of a leg.
So this is going to be quite the extra point attempt here. Let's see what the Rough Riders do. I don't see the kicker out there.
Nope, they're going to continue to go for 2. Probably going to change the play call here, though.
You think? Seth Voorhees out wide to the left. 3 backs in the backfield. It's going to be a double reverse. They've got some blockers out there. If Howell can seal it, he does. Spicer cuts to the left. He's in. 2 points for St. Mary's. What a play.
What a well-executed play. And an Aaron Tug McGraw with a decleating block there to kind of spring Spicer in the backfield. And the Rough Riders take a 3-point lead.
St. Mary's on top, 36-33. 9:57 left in your ball game. We will take a short break and be right back.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Connor Beer will take it at the 6. And he stopped at the 22. I believe that was Grant Keith on the stop.
And a lot of momentum wearing blue and gold with the Rough Riders. And Sidney appears to be stunned right now after scoring 37 seconds into the third quarter, take a 19-point lead. They've gone 3 and out twice, and then an ill-fated 4th down where they fell down in the backfield. And you know, Sidney all of a sudden looking at a deficit for the first time since the first quarter.
36-33, St. Mary's on top. 9:49 left in the ball game. It's been a beautiful night for football as Gordon now takes it outside. He's going to be hit, and when he spins, he'll get out to just about the 30. But we are probably, and Gordon is, okay, he is going to get up. I thought he was going to be down there for a moment. We have a whistle here to stop the action.
I think our worst fears might be coming true, Todd.
They're going to stop the game?
There might have been, there's been lightning delays all around the region, and that might be the case right here.
And it does appear that that's what they're going to do. So we're going to send it to a break, and when we come back, we hopefully will have the finish of this game. As now, yes, as you can see, they are going to send off the players. So we will go to a break, and we'll be back when play resumes. You're watching TSC Touchdown Friday on Game Face Ohio.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
The Wapakoneta Daily News, bringing you local news and more since 1905. With subscriptions starting at just 35 cents a day, the Wapakoneta Daily News is WAPOC's source for timely local coverage of news, sports, classifieds, entertainment, and more. The Wapakoneta Daily News. Subscribe online today.
And we are back, coming out of the approximately hour and 20-minute lightning delay here at Skip Bachman Stadium. We're ready to get started. The final seconds on the lightning counter are ticking down. And Paul, we're going to get ready to go here with a 2nd down and 2 for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and a very exciting game. The Rough Riders overcame a 19-point deficit to take the lead 36-33 before the lightning was sighted. And truthfully, we didn't end up really getting much weather. Got a little sprinkling. The field should still be in pretty good shape, maybe slightly damp, but you know, Sidney had been stopped the last 3 possessions after looking nearly unstoppable between the 2nd and 3rd quarter. We'll see how they respond after that delay.
And they're going to get, I think they're going to be a little bit short. I think they barely got back to the line of scrimmage, just across the 30. And you know, when we were getting, we started to get to that lightning delay, we as a production crew here to make some decisions. We had to tear down some of our equipment. Rain was imminent, so we are a little bit less than what we would have had earlier in the game or in a typical broadcast, including a clock camera. So as that pass was incomplete, they're going to blow it dead, say it was a forward pass, even though St. Mary's was trying to jump on it like it was a lateral. But with some of our gear having been torn down, we're going to have to do our best to keep you apprised of the time and score and down and distance as we go forward.
Well, most importantly, that was a 3rd and 1. They tried to do what they thought was a safe play call with a bubble screen, unable to complete it. And earlier in the game, they were up, had a 4th and 5, and decided to go for it. Now they have a 4th and 1, and they're at least putting the punt team out there. So
right.
So interesting
about
decisions.
the same area of the field as earlier. So he drops it. Now he gets it off. It's a terrible punt to the left side, but it does take a nice bounce for them. The Yellow Jackets will let it go all the way down to the 31. So St. Mary's with the ball and the lead. 8:58 remaining here in this ball game in the 4th quarter. There are still some fans here on both sides. So obviously it's cleared out tremendously, as you can see from some of the camera angles. But still a good amount of people here from both St. Mary's and Sidney. So I think everybody's just excited to be able to finish this game tonight.
Yeah, and we're among them, but a very demoralizing start. You had a 2nd and 2, and we're unable to be able to move the chains and end up punting back to the Rough Riders, who have scored the last 3 possessions. And
here's Fisher on 1st down with a nice carry, gains about 9, so it'll be 2nd and 1.
So now really at the forefront on the pressure cooker is the defense of the Sidney Yellow Jackets. The Rough Riders eventually did come up and were able to stop the Sidney offense. Can the Sidney defense do the same thing and stop this Rough Rider rushing attack that's put up 335 yards so far this game?
A lot of offense from both sides tonight. Here's a run by Spicer to the left side. He's going to be across the 40, but I don't think he has the 1st down. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 1. What a crazy day weather-wise. Started out super hot, and clouds moved in a little bit as it was getting dark. Now a little bit of rain, lightning, and now here we are getting to finish it late at night. Here's the play. It looks like they're going to get the dive. It's going to be close. I think it looks to me like they're going to have it.
Yeah, it should be a 1st down right there. Bo Kenning got there with the nice mush up the middle. So, we were talking about this during the delay. There was a lot of momentum going on and a great atmosphere before the lightning delay started. Now you come back out, you have an abbreviated kind of warm-up period. The crowd's kind of half what it was before, although they are being very vocal on both sides.
They are.
So, it's, a totally different environment than it was about an hour and a half ago.
Nice play that time by Isaiah Bowser.
Making his mark felt on the game on both sides of the football.
It was Fowler, I believe, with the carry for St. Mary's that was stopped for a few-yard loss, I believe. Several. 3, our statistician A.J. Lisi is signaling. 2nd and 13, coming up on 7 minutes to go in tonight's contest.
And the Rough Riders in no hurry whatsoever, now playing their style of football, playing with the lead, taking their time.
Fowler again goes to the right this time. He gets that yardage back, so it's going to be approximately 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 9, depending on where they spot it.
I would not expect the Rough Riders to make any more snaps, outside of 5 seconds left on the play clock, as it just gets blown in play now as we approach the 6:30 mark here in the 4th quarter.
So 3rd down and 9 officially, the ball on the 43.
Now we've seen St. Mary's throw the ball in the situation when they were down, but with the lead, Coach Fry may opt to continue to keep the ball on the ground here to ensure that the clock continues to run.
And a whistle is going to blow the play dead, and timeout taken by St. Mary's here with 6:12 remaining in the game. So we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching TSC Touchdown Friday on Game Face Ohio.
TSC can save you money.
How?
TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge bundle plan only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
6:12 remaining here in the game. 36-33. St. Mary's with the 3-point advantage. Big 3rd down and 9 play. Fisher and Spicer in the backfield. It's going to be Spicer to the left side. He's looking for a hole. He does not get it. He gets across to about the 47, so it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Coach Fry, never one to shy away from going for it on 4th down. However, this is going to be long enough to where it looks like he is going to punt the ball away as we go underneath 6 minutes left to go in the game.
Matt Patton set to punt it away. He had a beauty earlier in the game. He gets another one that's on a line drive here and takes a nice bounce. Going to go inside the 10. Can they get it down? Inside the 5. Beautiful punt by Patton.
Matt Patton coming through for the Rough Riders, pinning the Yellow Jackets way back in the shadow of their own goalpost.
5:31 left on the clock.
Looks to be a 50-yard punt right there with no return, all net.
That's a pretty good night as a punter when you have a 60-something yarder and a 50-yarder.
Sure is.
In high school football, that's pretty nice.
So, but the most important thing for Sidney, though, is the ball is back in their hands. It's not ideally where they'd like to be, but they have the opportunity now, if they can bust one, to retake this lead.
Gordon is set. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking across the middle. Now he's going to throw it deep down. He's got a man. His brother Gordon is open, and he's off to the races. Spicer's going to catch up to him and bring him down at about the 20-yard line. Wow, what a brother-to-brother connection.
Way to get yourself out of trouble right there. Buried inside your own 5-yard line. AJ pointed out that prior to that pass, Andre Gordon was only 1 for 7 in his last passes, but he makes up more than that with the big play, connecting with his brother. And the Yellow Jackets are back in business.
And Gordon's going to keep it again. He's going to get it out to Connor Beer, who makes a move, and he's going to get inside the 15 before he's brought down.
And I really like that play. We do need to mention that was a 73-yard pass play prior right there. But a lot of options on that play right there. You're in the read option. He could give it. He could have ran the ball, but then he opted to throw the ball on the bubble pass. So, really interesting play call and execution there.
So 2nd down and 4. We're under 5 minutes. We're about 4:45 left in the game. Gordon's going to run it to the left. He's going to take a hit and fall forward for the 1st down. So it'll be 1st down and goal.
And I tell you what, that was an athlete being fast. The way that play was being blocked, it looks like he should have been cutting that up inside, but he just decided to run to the corner in a soft spot, and he was able to get there before the Rough Riders could react.
Coming up on 4:30 left in the game. 1st down and goal at the 7.
So now Sidney kind of playing the clock game a little bit, where they definitely want to score, and that's the most important thing, but they don't want to be in a real big hurry about it.
Bowser to the left side. He takes a hit, and he dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And they retake the lead on Bowser's 3rd rushing touchdown of the game, his 4th overall. And this back and forth game, even with the break, continues to be a great game.
39-36.
So here we see on the replay, had to cut it up inside there because the penetration on the outside, but he was able to get just enough of a gap to stick it in the end zone.
So Truesdale lines up for the extra point. Her kick is up, and that one is no good, wide left. So it remains a 3-point game, which could be a factor. 4:14 left in the game. Sidney up 39-36. We'll take a quick timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's getting interesting.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
What a great game tonight here at Skip Bachman Stadium. The Yellow Jackets now on top, 39-36. 4:14 left in the game. We'll see if the Rough Riders have an answer.
Yeah, and it took them 1:17 to go 96 yards in 4 plays, breaking the trend of only the 3 play. But Bowser with a 7-yard run to retake the lead with 4:14 left. Sidney now with 446. Ooh, a little quick kick there, and I'm not sure if that's a true onside or not, but the Rough Riders with only 4:13 left in the game get tremendous field position, trailing only by 3.
Yeah, I'm really scratching my head at that. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I don't know why you do that unless you think they were going to be sleeping and not be ready for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but that's what it is, and that's what the Rough Riders now presented. They're 50 yards away from potentially retaking the lead once again.
Spicer on the right side. He's got some blockers. Now he's going to get to the edge and be pushed out, I believe, at the 42, 43. Nice gain on first down. That's what the Rough Riders need.
Yeah, prior to that happening, I just want to kind of update Sidney with their stats. Going with the big play, they are now at 288 passing yards on the game, as well as 158 on the ground. St. Mary's, conversely, 349 on the ground.
Here's a dive play up the middle. I believe that was Fisher that he handed the ball to. He's going to get about a yard. So it's going to be a big 3rd down and 2. Obviously, I think we're in 4-down territory now. I'm sorry, Fowler with the carry. Fisher now coming back into the game, Fowler heading out. So here's a big 3rd down play, but again, it's 4-down time of the
Oh,
of the
no
game,
doubt.
so.
And the Sidney crowd kind of rising to their feet right here. St. Mary's going with an unbalanced line to the left.
Fisher with the ball. He's looking for a block. He gets one. He makes a cut, and he gets the 1st down and more. Kind of ran over his own guy. Kind of got in his way. It might have been a bigger gain.
Well, honestly, he's still going to have to credit Fisher. You know, for the several times, there was people in his legs early on that could have took him down behind the line of scrimmage, but instead, he's able to chug those legs, stay on his feet, and then get a big gain.
We're under 3.5 left in the game, 39-36. This is Spicer looking for some room on the right. He's going to get up to the 25. Nice gain again on 1st down.
And again, the Rough Riders now getting chunks of yardage at a time. A 7-yard gain right there on 1st down.
2nd down and 3. 3 minutes to go in the game. Here's Fisher. He's got a little bit of a running room on the left side. He's going to pick up another 1st down.
"22nd first down of the game. We don't have the stats for you. We'll get them after the post game, but we do know for sure that Fisher and Spicer are both over 100 yards for the game. Fowler, at least at the break, had like 78 yards. So impressive spreading the wealth, rushing for the Rough Riders.
Spicer to the right side, takes a hit, gets shoved out of bounds.
Bowser with kind of the physical push out of bounds right there.
Nice play by Bowser. 2:42 left in the game.
And people over here on the sidelines where Sidney, where we're at right now, kind of take a deep breath as the clock stops.
Right. Should be 2nd down and 9. the big fella for Sidney Yellow Jackets, currently on the sidelines taking a breather. Here's Fisher up the right side. He's going to get about 8, maybe 9. He might be close.
Yeah, interesting with that dive play. Fisher not actually going straight ahead. He is angling towards the center right away. If they have a way to kind of just seal off the center, they've had a lot of success. But I do kind of notice that Douglas does not seem to be in there at this point, which is a pretty important part of the game, to say the least.
Here's Fisher again. He falls forward for the first down. It'll be inside the 10 at the 9. First and goal for the Rough Riders. 2:10 left in the game. The clock will start again here once they get the ball reset.
Yes, and both teams only have 1 timeout left. So unless something happens big on this first down, teams might be tempted to use some timeouts at some point to try to hold the ball again. But what you have to really trust the most, especially for Sidney, is you got to get the stop. You get the stop, you can win.
Fisher again dives right side, bowls over a guy, falls inside to about the 3, maybe 2, depending where they spot it. Clock is rolling.
There's a minute 45 left here so far, and the clock is rolling right now. So, again, a tremendous finish going on right here.
Second and goal at the 3. What an amazing game, no matter how this turns out. Very exciting game tonight. Fisher and Spicer in the backfield. And Howe's going to push forward on a sneak, and he's going to gain a little bit. Looks like they're going to get it to about the 2, and then St. Mary's is calling a timeout with 1:14 left.
Is it actually, I think it's Sidney.
Oh, Sidney, I'm sorry. Sidney calls timeout. I'm sorry.
And that is their last one, as they kind of see at this point in the game, they're either going to get a stop and win the game, or they're going to give up a touchdown, and they don't want to see the Rough Riders bleed any more clock than they already are, to leave a little bit of time for them to be able to have. So, a shrewd timeout there by Coach Dungas. As also just a way to kind of rally the troops a little bit. Like, hey, fellas, it's 3rd down and 2. If we can hold this team 2 more downs for 2 more yards, we can take the bus ride home and be happy.
But But do you think if they hold here on 3rd down, do you think Coach Fry will go for it on 4th, or he'll kick?
He'll go for it.
Kick a field goal to tie.
He'll go for it.
Okay.
So we do have this Eric Spicer at 145 yards right now. Fisher at 143 yards. Fowler with 74 yards. So again, a balanced rushing attack for St. Mary's.
So 1:14 left in the game. 3rd down and 2 at the 2. Fisher off the left side. He keeps fighting forward. Is he in?
Yeah.
Yes, he's in. St. Mary's takes the lead with 1:08 left on the clock. 42-39 is your score right now. Wow, what a possession there. Starting at the 50, bringing it down, eating clock, punching it in.
Yeah, it kind of aided by the tremendous field position. St. Mary's goes 11 plays and 50 yards. As you can see, Fisher finishes it off by getting his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
The extra point attempt is up, and it's right down the middle. That one is good. 43-39. This game has a lot of time left based on what I've seen Sidney do. This game is not over.
Don't go anywhere, folks. 1:08 left. We've seen explosive offense. Just to put it in perspective, there's 1:08 left. Here are the touchdown drive in time so far. 1:17 for Sidney. 37 seconds. 1 minute 11 seconds. 1 minute 15 seconds. A minute 4 seconds. So they can strike very, very quickly. There's still going to be a lot of pressure on this Rough Rider defense to try to contain the big play ability of the Sidney Yellow Jacket team. But you have to give credit to the Rough Riders. They were down 19 in that 3rd quarter, come all the way back, end up losing the lead again late in the 4th quarter, come back with an answer and retake the lead. Just a classic game between these 2 rivals here in week 1.
So St. Mary's will look to kick it deep. Dillian King and Connor Beer are back deep for the Yellow Jackets. Nice deep kick. It's going to be Connor Beer at the 7. He's going to be brought down shy of the 20. Nice coverage by the Rough Riders.
Yeah, really good job there. Both Sean Perry and Braxton Roop combined to be able to kind of shut down the first big play opportunity on the special teams for the Yellow Jackets. Now, again, we've seen a lot of offense. Both of these teams have combined for 850 yards plus, and Sidney's going to need about 80 more of those if they want to come home victorious.
Connor Beer on the near side, as well as Andre Gordon's brother. Gordon's being pressured. He's looking to throw somewhere. He's going to throw deep. Spicer's back there. He intercepts it. Spicer with the interception. 54 seconds left in the ball game. Spicer picks off Gordon, and that, I believe, is going to wrap it up.
Yeah, going back to our player to watch from the beginning, were those two involved in that play, Andre Gordon and then Eric Spicer, are two guys. Spicer, snuffs out the last probably chance for the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Kind of a tough play. Right-hander rolling to his left, tried to throw deep, trying to make a play into double coverage, and Eric Spicer is able to make up for that play. And understand, he's had a great game. And remember, he actually had a fumble earlier in the game, so this turnover back on him kind of really negates that, and he is going to feel pretty good about that.
And Spicer drops way back in the victory formation, and St. Mary's will take a few knees. 2 of them, I think, here will get it done. No timeouts left for Sidney. The clock is now under 50 seconds and rolling.
Well, I tell you what, we knew coming into this was going to be a really good game against two good teams. Both of these teams are going to win a lot of games. Sidney in the GWAC North, I think can make some real noise in that division. St. Mary's, in the Western Buckeye League, we're going to see these guys a few more times, and to beat a team like this is going to give them a lot of confidence.
And Howell will take another knee, and that is going to wrap it up as the clock's ticking down under 20 seconds now. As you see St. Mary's players starting to celebrate.
Yeah, this will be St. Mary's third in a row in this series. Overall, St. Mary's has a 34-24 and 4 ties advantage. Coach Doug Fry, kind of interesting enough, is now 11-1 against Sidney.
And that is it. Time has expired. The St. Mary's Rough Riders get the victory here in week 1, 43-39 over the Sidney Yellow Jackets. We'll be right back after this break with a quick post-game show. Stick around, everybody.
Hello? Call dropped? Hello? No more minutes? Lost your phone? Don't worry. Telephone service from TSC is always crystal clear. Never runs out of minutes. Never has a dead battery. And most importantly, in an emergency, it displays your address for 911. Plus, TSC keeps you connected with free calling in our expanded calling area. Ask about telephone service from TSC today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
And welcome back into Skip Bachman Stadium as you have just witnessed the St. Mary's Rough Riders pull off a thrilling come-from-behind victory tonight, 43-39 over the Sidney Yellow Jackets. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go through some of these plays. But remember, we had a lightning delay in the middle of the third quarter, into the fourth quarter, sorry, that delayed it about an hour and a half almost.
Yeah, we would be going into Saturday if we went through all the scoring in this exciting game.
So what we're going to do is we're going to show you some of the scores that took place after the lightning delay. And guys in the truck will get that rolling for us now, and we'll roll those for you.
Here we go. This is with 9:57 left in the fourth quarter. Howell plunges in from 2 yards out to give the Rough Riders a 36-33 lead. And then here come the Yellow Jackets to retake the lead. And this is Bowser going 7 yards, his third rushing touchdown of the game, and his fourth overall touchdown. Then after a short kickoff, the Rough Riders go 50 yards, and Julius Fisher who finished the game with 145 yards on the ground, finishes it off with his second touchdown, and Eric Spicer interception seals the deal, and the St. Mary's Rough Riders start off 1-0.
What a great win for Coach Fry and his Rough Riders. You know, when they're down 19 points earlier in the game, it looked pretty bleak, but they stayed true to the game plan and their philosophy and pulled out the victory tonight. Paul, you kind of mentioned some of them already, but can you pull out some key stats for us from earlier?
Sure. Let me hit Sidney first. Isaiah Bowser led the way on the ground with 110 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. Andre Gordon was 8 for 17 passing with 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 288 yards. And overall, Gordon, between the ground and running the ball, had accounted for 336 yards total. Receiving, Bowser had 3 catches for 65 yards, Beer 88 yards receiving, Gordon 86 yards receiving. Going over to St. Mary's, again, a balanced rushing attack. As I mentioned, Fisher 145 yards, Spicer also with 145 yards, Fowler 74 yards, Dustin Howe was 3 for 7 passing for 16 yards. But overall, for team stats, just a whole lot of offense, as 446 yards total for Sidney and 404 for St. Mary's. So a very, very exciting game. With the exception of the lightning delay, I'm not sure we could have asked for anything better for a Week 1 game.
Oh, what a great game to start the season off. Looking forward to moving into Week 2. Next week we will be in Wapakoneta. We will have the Shawnee Indians taking on the Redskins. In Week 2, that's Friday, September 2nd. St. Mary's Rough Riders will be traveling to Van Wert for their contest. And Game Face Ohio will be back with the St. Mary's contest in Week 3. So most of the season this year, our Friday night broadcasts are going to alternate pretty much every week back and forth between St. Mary's and Wapak. So hopefully you tune in every Friday night to watch what we have to show you on Game Face Ohio. We also want to thank, before we forget, Jim Holman and the rest of the folks here at St. Mary's Memorial High School for all their hospitality and making it happen for us here tonight. Paul, any famous last words you want to give tonight?
Not really, just a great game. I hope all the rest of the games this year are like this.
I would agree. So that's going to do it here at St. Mary's, where the Rough Riders get the victory. I want to send a big thank you out to AJ Lisi for doing the stats for us tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys next week. But the Rough Riders get the win here in Week 1.